Have you ever felt like life has forgotten you? Like every door has closed, every hope has faded, and the weight of your struggles is too heavy to bear? Maybe you've been praying, crying, longing for something good to happen, but nothing seems to change. Tonight, I want you to hear this. God is not finished with you. He is about to step into your life and surprise you with a blessing so unexpected, so miraculous, that it will leave you in awe. The moment you've been waiting for is closer than you think. Open your heart, because God is about to show you that He sees every tear, hears every prayer, and has a plan that is bigger than anything you can imagine. Brothers and sisters, I want you to listen closely today, because this message is for you. Yes. Life has a way of shaking us, testing us, and sometimes leaving us wondering if we will ever see the light again. But here is the truth I want you to hold on to. God is never late. He is never slow. Even when it feels like the world is against you, He is quietly preparing a blessing that will take your breath away. Think about the moments when you prayed for something, when you dreamed about a better life, a healing, a reconciliation, or a breakthrough, and it didn't happen immediately. Maybe you felt disappointment. Maybe you felt forgotten. Maybe you even thought, God has abandoned me. But let me tell you something. Just because your blessing hasn't arrived yet does not mean it's not on its way. In fact, God often works in ways that surprise us, in ways we could never plan for ourselves. Sometimes the blessings He sends are bigger than what we asked for. Sometimes they arrive in forms we never expected. Maybe it comes as a new friendship, a job opportunity, a healed relationship, or even a peace that fills your heart when you thought it would remain broken forever. These blessings don't always come on our timeline. They come on God's perfect timing. And His timing is always better than ours. I want you to picture your life right now, all the areas where you are waiting, longing, praying. Now I want you to see God standing there beside you, smiling, saying, I have something for you that you could never have imagined. Trust me. Be patient. Wait for my surprise. That surprise might come when you least expect it. But when it comes, it will change everything. You may feel weary. You may feel like giving up. But remember this, the greater you're waiting, the greater your blessing will be. The nights that feel endless are often followed by mornings of unimaginable joy. The doors that seem closed are often the very doors behind which God is preparing His miraculous provision for you. So I urge you today, don't lose hope. Don't stop believing. Keep praying. Keep seeking. Keep trusting. Because God is about to move in your life in ways that will make you want to shout, weep, and rejoice all at the same time. He is about to show you that your story is far from over. Your chapter of pain and struggle is giving way to a chapter of joy, peace, and blessings you never saw coming. Let this truth sink deep into your heart. God's surprises are bigger than our fears. His blessings are greater than our doubts. And His love is more powerful than any challenge we face. So today, hold on to faith. Hold on to hope. And prepare yourself, because God is about to show up. And when He does, your life will never be the same again. And I promise you, the moment your blessing arrives, you will look back and see that every tear, every struggle, and every long night was not in vain. It was preparing the way for the miracle that God has been waiting to give you. So, my dear friends, open your heart, lift your eyes, and get ready to receive what you have been praying for, because God is about to surprise you with an unexpected blessing that will change your life forever. Have you ever felt completely alone, as if the world has turned its back on you and nobody notices the pain you carry in your heart? Maybe you have shed tears in silence, crying out in the middle of the night, wondering if God even sees, wondering if anyone truly cares. I want you to hear this today. He sees every tear, every drop you have cried, every sob you have stifled, every night you have spent wrestling with your fears. God sees it all. Your pain is not invisible to Him, and your suffering is not meaningless. Even when you feel forgotten, even when it seems like no one understands, He is there, watching, listening, and holding your heart in His hands. Life has a way of making us feel small and insignificant, as though our struggles are too minor to matter or too heavy to be lifted. But let me tell you, nothing escapes God's notice. He is not blind to your suffering. He is not deaf to your prayers. Those tears you cry are precious in His sight, and He remembers them. The Bible reminds us that not a single sparrow falls to the ground outside of His care. How much more then does He care for you? How much more does He know the weight you are carrying and the burdens you cannot speak aloud? You may feel invisible to the people around you, but to God, you are never invisible. Every tear is counted, every heart touch is acknowledged, and every prayer spoken in desperation is heard. I know the nights have been long and the days heavy. I know that sometimes it feels like God is silent, as if He is distant or unaware. But His silence is not absence. His delay is not denial. Just because you cannot see the solution yet, just because the miracle hasn't arrived in your hands, doesn't mean it isn't being prepared. God sees the tears you shed in secret, and He is working behind the scenes, orchestrating circumstances, shaping hearts, and preparing blessings that will overwhelm your understanding. Those moments of pain, those nights of loneliness are not wasted. They are being woven into a tapestry of hope and joy that will one day leave you speechless. Do not underestimate the power of being seen by God. When He sees your tears, He also sees your courage, your perseverance, your faith that continues even when it is hard. He sees the strength that it takes to get out of bed when your heart feels heavy, to face the world when your spirit is weary, and He is moved by it. He is moved by your brokenness, your longing, your hope that refuses to die. Your tears are not a sign of weakness. They are evidence that your heart is alive, that your faith is alive, and that God is working on something far greater than you can imagine. I want you to imagine for a moment that God is standing right beside you now, looking into your eyes, reaching out His hand, and saying, I see you. I know every tear. I am with you. And I am about to bring something good into your life that will make all of this pain worth it. Can you feel that? That is not a promise of easy days without struggle. That is not a promise that life will suddenly be perfect. But it is a promise that the one who sees The one who counts every tear is on your side. He is faithful, He is loving, and He is about to do something in your life that will remind you why you never stop believing. So hold on to that truth. Let it sink into the deepest part of your heart. God sees every tear, He knows every sorrow, and He is preparing to turn your pain into a testimony, your heart into hope, and your tears into a river of joy. Nothing you have endured has been wasted, because He has been watching, and He has not forgotten you. Sometimes life places us in seasons that feel long, lonely, and endless. We pray, we hope, we work, and yet the answer we long for seems delayed. Maybe you are in one of those seasons right now. You've been waiting for a breakthrough, a miracle, a change, a sign from God, and it hasn't come. You feel weary. You feel frustrated. You feel like giving up. But I want you to hear this. Your waiting is not wasted. Every moment you've endured, every tear you've shed, every prayer you've lifted in the quiet of your heart is being used by God to prepare you for something greater than you can imagine. Waiting is hard. There's no doubt about it. It's in the waiting that doubt creeps in. That fear tries to take root. That discouragement whispers lies into our hearts. We start to question whether God is listening, whether He even cares, whether we've prayed too long or too earnestly. But the truth is this: God never wastes a moment of your waiting. He is at work behind the scenes, orchestrating circumstances, shaping your character, and aligning everything so that when your blessing arrives, it will be exactly what you need at exactly the right time. Think about the moments in your life that felt like delays. Maybe you didn't get the job you wanted, the relationship ended, or a door closed that you thought was meant to open. You might have wondered why, and it may have hurt deeply. But those delays were not denials. They were God's way of redirecting you, refining you, and preparing you for the greater blessings He has in store. Sometimes, what we see as wasted time is actually the most important season of growth, the time when God is teaching patience, faith, endurance, and trust. I want you to imagine for a moment a farmer planting seeds. The farmer doesn't dig up the seeds every day to see if they've grown. No, the farmer waters them, trusts the process, and waits patiently for the harvest. And when the harvest comes, it is far greater than anything the farmer could have forced or rushed. Your waiting is like that. God has planted seeds in your life. Seeds of hope, seeds of faith, seeds of blessing. And He is watering them through every trial, every challenge, every silent night. He is cultivating them, making sure that when the time is right, your harvest will be abundant. Do not despise the waiting. Do not grow weary in hope. Because in that season, God is shaping your heart, strengthening your spirit, and preparing you to receive blessings that you cannot yet imagine. The waiting is not wasted. It is sacred. It is holy. It is a time when God draws you closer, teaches you reliance on Him, and shows you that His timing is always perfect. You may not understand now why the blessing hasn't arrived, why the answer hasn't come, or why the breakthrough seems delayed. But remember this: every second, every day, every trial is being used by God to make sure that when He finally steps into your life, your heart, your mind, and your spirit are ready to receive it fully. Your patience, your faith, and your perseverance are not in vain. They are the very things that prepare you to recognize and embrace the miracle when it arrives. So hold on, dear friend. Hold on to the promise that God is at work in your waiting. Trust Him in the unseen. Believe in His perfect timing, and know that nothing you have endured has been wasted. Every tear, every prayer, every quiet moment of longing is being woven into the story of your blessing. And one day, you will look back and see that the waiting was not a waste at all. It was the preparation for the greatest gift God has ever planned for you. Have you ever prayed for something with all your heart, poured out your soul, and waited for an answer, only to feel disappointed when it didn't come in the way you expected? Maybe you thought the blessing would look one way, arrive at a certain time, or come from a particular source, and yet it hasn't. You wonder, why not God? I've waited, I've hoped, I've trusted. Why does it feel like nothing is happening? I want you to hear this today. God's blessings often come in ways we cannot predict, in forms we cannot imagine, and at moments we least expect. And when they arrive, they will be far greater than anything we could have planned for ourselves. Life has a way of trying to box God into our expectations. We think we know how He should answer our prayers, how He should solve our problems, how He should change our circumstances. But God's ways are higher than our ways, and His plans are far beyond our understanding. Sometimes the blessing you are waiting for does not come through the path you imagined. Sometimes it is delivered in a way that surprises you, challenges you, and even amazes you. That is the beauty of God's timing. It is perfect, and it often comes wrapped in unexpected forms. Think about the stories in the Bible where God's timing defied human expectations. Joseph spent years in a pit, then in a prison, waiting for his moment. Naomi's life seemed ruined after loss and despair, yet God's timing brought redemption and joy through unexpected channels. David waited years before he became king, enduring trials and opposition along the way. In each story, the blessing arrived, but not in the way anyone could have predicted. And the same God who orchestrated those miracles is the God working in your life today. You may feel like your prayers are delayed, like your dreams are on hold, like the doors you expected to open remain closed. But God is not late. He is not slow. He is preparing something that fits perfectly into your life, something that aligns with His perfect plan. And when it arrives, you will see that the delay was not a denial, the detour was not a rejection, and the waiting was not in vain. The blessing will come at just the right moment, in just the right way, and it will overwhelm you with joy, gratitude, and awe. The truth is, God's surprises are far better than anything we could design for ourselves. He knows the exact timing, the exact place, the exact form in which we need His goodness to manifest. Sometimes it's a relationship restored that you never expected to heal. Sometimes it's an opportunity that opens when every other door seemed closed. Sometimes it's a peace that floods your soul when the world is chaotic. And often it is all of these things together appearing at once in a way that makes you realize God has been working behind the scenes all along, So I urge you, do not try to force the blessing. Do not despise the way it comes. Do not reject the form in which God chooses to deliver it. Your responsibility is to trust, to wait, and to recognize that God is always faithful. Your surprise is coming. It may not look like you imagined. It may arrive at a time that seems inconvenient. It may come in a way that challenges you to see God's hand clearly. But when it arrives, it will be undeniable. You will understand that every moment of waiting, every tear, every prayer, every bit of hope was leading to this extraordinary moment that God had planned from the beginning. So, my friends, open your heart to the unexpected. Lift your eyes to the unseen. Trust God's timing, because the blessing you are waiting for is coming in a way that will exceed your wildest dreams. It is coming when you least expect it, but it is coming. And when it arrives, you will know beyond a shadow of a doubt that God's timing is perfect. His plan is flawless, and His love for you is limitless. Life can feel like a battlefield. Every day, it seems there is something trying to steal our joy, our peace, our faith. You may have faced rejection, disappointment, failure, or loss. You may feel weighed down by circumstances that seem impossible to overcome. And in those moments, it is easy to feel like hope is slipping through your fingers. It is easy to think, maybe things will never get better. Maybe God has forgotten me. Maybe there is no way forward. But I want you to hear this truth today. Hope cannot be defeated. No matter how dark it gets, no matter how heavy your burdens, hope has a power that cannot be shaken, a strength that cannot be broken, and a life that cannot be extinguished. Hope is not simply wishful thinking. Hope is not pretending that everything is okay when it is not. Hope is the deep, unshakable belief that God is at work on your behalf, even when you cannot see it. Hope is the courage to keep standing when the storms rage around you, the faith to keep praying when answers seem delayed, and the conviction that your story is far from over. Even in the midst of pain, hope whispers, God is with you. He has not abandoned you. Your breakthrough is coming. Think about the many times in your life when it felt like hope was lost. Maybe you prayed for healing and the sickness lingered. Maybe you asked God for provision and the bills kept piling up. Maybe you sought guidance and the path seemed unclear. And yet, here you are today, still breathing, still seeking, still believing. That itself is hope. That itself is a miracle. Every time you choose to hold on, every time you refuse to give up, you are declaring that hope is stronger than fear, that faith is stronger than doubt, and that God's promises are stronger than the trials you face. Hope cannot be defeated because it is anchored in something eternal, something unchanging, something far greater than this world, the love of God. Nothing in this life can undo the plan He has for you. Nothing can cancel His purposes. Nothing can separate you from His care. Your circumstances may shift, your dreams may feel delayed, your heart may be heavy, but the God who sees you, who knows you, who loves you deeply, has a plan that cannot fail. And hope, when placed in Him, becomes unstoppable. Do not allow the trials of today to convince you that hope is lost. Do not let fear whisper lies into your mind. Every setback, every difficulty, every closed door is not the end. It is the preparation for a greater triumph. God is turning what looks like defeat into a victory. He is turning what looks like delay in divine timing. He is taking your sorrow, your pain, and your longing, and He is transforming it into a testimony of His faithfulness and power. Even when the world says it is over, even when your heart says it is hopeless, God says, I am with you. I have not forgotten you. Your breakthrough is coming. Your blessing is on the way. Your joy will be restored. Your hope will shine again. And when that day comes, you will look back and realize that the hope you held on to through every struggle was not in vain. It was the lifeline that carried you through, the anchor that kept you steady, and the light that guided you to your miracle. So hold on to hope, dear friend. Let it rise up in your heart, even in the darkest nights. Let it strengthen your soul, renew your faith, and lift your eyes to the heavens. Hope cannot be defeated because it is born of God, sustained by His promises and strengthened by His love. No matter how hard life tries, no matter how many obstacles you face, your hope will endure, and it will lead you straight into the blessings God has prepared for you. Too often, we expect miracles to announce themselves with fireworks, fanfare, and grandeur. We imagine that when God is about to move in our lives, the heavens will shake and the world will see the moment clearly. But I want you to hear this today. God's miracles do not always arrive in ways that are loud or dramatic. Sometimes they come quietly, subtly, and gently, like a whisper in the middle of a storm, or a soft light breaking through the darkness. And if we are not paying attention, we can miss them entirely. Think about it. How many times have you prayed for something, waited for it to happen, and been surprised when it arrived in a way you never imagined? Maybe it came as a word of encouragement from a small opportunity that seemed insignificant at first, or a peace that filled your heart when all else seemed hopeless. Those are the miracles God sends, not always loud, not always obvious, but powerful beyond measure. God's timing is perfect, and His methods are perfect, even when they are quiet. Life can be noisy and chaotic, filled with distractions, fears, and doubts. It is easy to overlook the subtle ways God is working in our lives. Yet, every small provision, every unexpected favor, every answer to prayer, even if it doesn't look like the miracle you pictured, is part of His divine orchestration. Sometimes the quiet miracles are more important than the dramatic ones because they strengthen your faith, shape your character, and prepare you for greater things to come. Imagine a seed planted in the soil. You cannot see it grow each day. You do not notice the roots stretching, the tiny shoots forming beneath the surface. Yet slowly and steadily, growth is happening, invisible to the naked eye. That is how God works in our lives. The miracle may not be obvious at first. It may arrive quietly, but it is real, and it is transforming you from the inside out. The healing, the provision, the breakthrough, the blessing, they are all there, even when you cannot yet see them. Sometimes, the quiet miracles come through people who are sent at the right moment. Sometimes, they come through doors you didn't expect to open. Sometimes, they come as opportunities that appear small but carry immense potential. And sometimes, They come as a renewed sense of hope, joy, or peace that floods your heart in the midst of difficulty. If we only look for the dramatic, we can miss the life-changing ways God is moving. Do not be discouraged if the blessing you have been praying for has not arrived in the way you imagined. Do not despair if the answer to your prayer is not obvious. God is still at work. He is still moving. He is still orchestrating circumstances, arranging people, and preparing moments that will reveal His power and love in ways you cannot yet comprehend. The miracle may be quiet, but it is no less miraculous. It may be subtle, but it is no less significant. I want you to hold this truth close to your heart. God's quiet miracles are a testament to His patience, His wisdom, and His love. They are a reminder that He is always with you, always watching, always guiding, and always providing. The gentle ways He moves are proof that He knows what you need and when you need it. Sometimes the miracle is not in the grandeur, but in the timing, the provision, and the preparation. And when you recognize it, you will be filled with awe, gratitude, and a renewed faith that can never be shaken. So, be attentive, dear friend. Watch for the subtle signs of God's work in your life. Listen for the quiet whispers of His love, the gentle nudges of His provision, and the hidden blessings that are being prepared just for you. Miracles often arrive quietly, but they are powerful enough to change your life forever. When they come, you will see that God's hand was at work all along, and that the blessing you've been waiting for has been unfolding in ways more beautiful, more perfect, and more miraculous than you could have imagined. Faith is not always easy. Faith is not always loud, confident, or obvious. Faith is often quiet, persistent, and tested by the fires of life. It is in those moments of waiting, uncertainty, and struggle that faith proves its power. I want you to hear this today. Faith is the key that unlocks the unexpected blessings God has prepared for your life. Without faith, miracles remain just out of reach. Without trust, God's plans remain unseen. But with faith, even the impossible becomes possible. You may have been praying for something for a long time. You may have hoped, waited, and even doubted. Life may have thrown obstacles in your way. The doors you expected to open remained closed. The opportunities you sought seemed lost, and the answers to your prayers seemed delayed. But let me tell you, it is in that very moment, in the midst of uncertainty, that faith can move mountains. Faith allows you to trust that God's hand is at work, even when you cannot yet see the outcome. Faith turns waiting into preparation, doubt into trust, and fear into courage. Faith unlocks the unexpected because it refuses to be confined by human logic. It does not ask, "How can this happen?" or "When will it arrive?" Faith simply says, "I trust you, God. I believe that you are working, even when I cannot see it. I know you have something wonderful in store for me." That simple, unwavering trust opens doors that were once thought closed. It brings opportunities that were once unimaginable. It makes room for God to surprise you in ways that exceed your wildest dreams. Think about the stories in the Bible. Abraham believed God's promise even when he was too old to have a child. Moses trusted God to deliver the Israelites even when the Red Sea seemed impossible to cross. The woman with the issue of blood reached out in faith, and her life was instantly healed. In each case, faith unlocked the unexpected. Faith made room for miracles, for breakthroughs, for blessings that could not have been earned, planned, or predicted. And the same God who honored their faith is ready to honor yours today. Faith is not passive. It is active, alive, and persistent. It is the decision to continue believing when the world says it is impossible. It is the choice to keep praying when the answer seems delayed. It is the courage to keep walking, keep hoping, and keep trusting, even when circumstances suggest otherwise. The blessings God has prepared for you cannot be forced, but they can be unlocked by the power of faith. Faith moves the hand of God, opens doors, and creates opportunities for the unexpected to enter your life. Sometimes the unexpected comes in ways that challenge your understanding. Sometimes it requires you to step out of your comfort zone, take a risk, or let go of control. That is the moment when faith becomes essential. Faith says, I don't know how you will do it, God, but I know you will. Faith believes that God's timing is perfect, His plans are flawless, and His love is relentless. It is in that trust, that surrender, that the miraculous begins to unfold. So today, I want you to embrace faith like never before. Let it rise up in your heart and declare that nothing is impossible with God. Let it push aside doubt, fear, and worry, and make room for God's unexpected blessings. Trust that He is working behind the scenes. Believe that He is aligning everything for your good. Step forward even when you cannot see the path clearly. Faith unlocks the unexpected because it opens your heart to the power, the love, and the provision of God in ways that will leave you amazed, grateful, and transformed. Remember this, your faith, even when tested, is the key that opens the doors to the blessings you never saw coming. Your trust in God unlocks miracles that defy explanation, hope that defies despair, and joy that defies the trials of life. Faith unlocks the unexpected, and God is ready to reveal it to you today. I want you to hear me today, because this message is for you. No matter how long you have been struggling, no matter how many doors have closed, no matter how many times you have felt defeated, your story is about to change. God is about to step into your life in a way that will turn everything around. The chapter of pain you have been living in, the season of disappointment and tears, is giving way to a new chapter filled with hope, joy, and blessings you never imagined. And you will look back one day and see that every trial, every tear, every sleepless night was leading you to this moment. It is easy to feel stuck in life, to feel like the circumstances around you define your story. You may have thought that your mistakes, your losses, or your setbacks would keep you from ever experiencing breakthrough. But I want you to know today that God is not finished with you. He is still writing your story. And the beautiful part is that He is the greatest storyteller of all. He can take what seems like failure and transform it into triumph. He can take pain and turn it into purpose. He can take your past and use it to create a future so extraordinary that you will be amazed. Your story is about to change because God specializes in turning impossible situations into miraculous victories. He is able to open doors that no man can close, to provide opportunities that no one else can offer, and to bring people, places, and circumstances together in perfect harmony to bless your life. The change may not come exactly how you expected it. It may not look like what you imagined in your prayers. But when it comes, it will be perfect. It will be exactly what you need at the exact moment you need it, and it will leave you in awe of God's goodness, love, and faithfulness. Think about the times when God has moved in your life in the past. Maybe it was subtle, maybe it was dramatic, but it always happened, and He has not stopped working. He is still moving. He is still orchestrating your life behind the scenes. The struggles you have faced, the hardships you have endured, the seasons of waiting, they are all part of the preparation for the blessing that is coming. You may not see it yet, but God is aligning every piece of your life to bring you into the fullness of His plan. Do not let fear, doubt, or past disappointment steal your hope. The story of your life is not defined by the mistakes you made, the opportunities you missed, or the people who hurt you. It is defined by God, who sees your heart, knows your pain, and has a plan to lift you higher than you have ever been. The change that is coming is not just about circumstances, it is about transformation. God is going to change your perspective, strengthen your faith, heal your heart, and fill your life with blessings that will overflow and touch everyone around you. I want you to imagine the moment when this change begins to take place. Maybe it starts with a single answered prayer, a single opportunity, or a single moment of clarity. And then it grows, your joy increases, your burdens lighten, and your heart begins to recognize the goodness of God. You will begin to see that the struggles, the tears, and the waiting were not wasted. They were shaping you, preparing you, and teaching you to trust Him. And when the blessing comes, it will be undeniable, unforgettable, and life-changing. So I urge you today, hold on, keep trusting, keep praying, keep believing that God is at work. Even when you cannot see it, your story is about to change, and it will be a story of triumph, hope, and overwhelming blessing. You will rise above your past. You will walk into the future with confidence, peace, and joy. And you will know, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that God is faithful, God is good, and He has never forgotten you. Your story is about to change, and it will be more beautiful than you ever imagined. As we come to the close of this message, I want you to hear this truth deep in your heart. God is faithful, God is loving, and God has never forgotten you. Every tear you have shed, every prayer you have whispered, every moment of waiting and longing has been seen by Him. The season of struggle you have endured is not the end of your story. It is the preparation for a miracle that is coming. God is about to step into your life in ways you never imagined, to bless you, to restore you, and to surprise you with a joy so profound that it will overwhelm your heart and spirit. Hold on to hope, hold on to faith, and hold on to the promise that God's timing is perfect. The doors that seemed closed are about to open. The burdens that seemed unbearable are about to be lifted. And the blessings you have been praying for, sometimes in ways you never expected, are on their way. Trust Him, believe Him, and prepare your heart, because God is about to move. And when He does, your life will never be the same. Your story is about to change, and it will be glorious beyond imagination.